All right, folks, let's get back to the issue of energy. Gas prices are closing in on $4 a gallon nationwide, and there's lots of talk in Washington about what to do to bring them down. But can lawmakers actually do anything? Rich Edson joining us from inside the Beltway with the latest. Rich?
Well, Cheryl, there's debate about whether any bill on the long list of energy legislation in Congress will actually reduce gas prices. The House will likely vote this hour on a proposal to fast-track offshore drilling, leasing, and permitting. Republicans say that will lead to more oil production, increased supply, and decreased cost.
Our goal is to increase the production. The idea that what we are doing is in some way making safety less significant is silly. There are new safety rules that have been in place. They are ready. They are prepared. They are ready to go forward.
Now, the White House disagrees, as it usually does with Republicans. The administration says these proposals will hastily open areas of the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic to leasing, including requiring the Department of the Interior to hold 3 lease sales in the Gulf of Mexico using an outdated National Environmental Policy Act analysis that was conducted before the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. Now, Democrats want to cut tax deductions for oil companies. Republicans say they oppose tax increases on oil producers.
Rich, stay with me for just a second, because I want to bring Bob O'Brien in particular into this. So much talk about, but this happens every year. Yeah. We see gas prices jump up, especially in the spring. Everybody gets upset about it. Let's drill at home, and nothing ever happens.
No, nothing ever happens. And there is a reality that trying to open up leasing opportunities is not going to have any short-term impact on what pricing is. If we say we're going to drill 3 more wells, it's not going to change the pricing dynamic right now. Right now, what we need to see is a demand destruction, and I think it's taking place. I think we saw that in the weekly numbers we got this week that suggested that, in fact, people are changing their behavior. But it's spring, it's leading into summer, we're starting the vacation season.
But we have such short-term memory, Sandra. That's the problem here, and that's why Washington never fully acts on this issue.
Yeah, $4 tends to be that big psychological number where everybody starts to see the 4 and then whatever comes after it up on the sign, and they start to curb their appetite for gasoline, and they change their routes or they carpool. We've seen that before. But at the end of the day, to take away the subsidies from the big oil companies, you have to, I had just said it incorrectly, it wouldn't just take them away from the big oil companies, it would take them away from the smaller oil companies as well, and therefore decrease production here in the United States. We have to keep that in mind when we go attack those evil big oil companies. It's not a strong argument.
And they've got a big hammer. I mean, when they say, if you take away our subsidies, we're going to decrease production, you know, they mean it. They can be impactful.
Oh, yeah. It behooves all of us, I think, Rich, to truly understand the financial makeup and the tax structure of big oil and to get the real story out there. And that's what you're doing for us every day. Rich Edson out in Washington. Rich, thank you very much.